There's something we always do before we get into the heavy topic of the show, Josh. What is it?
Fine cuisine review.
No, it's not the fine cuisine review. It's the fine drinking review. It's the beer review.
Oh.
Beer, beer, beer. I'm going for a beer. Beer, beer, beer. I'm gonna drink some beer. I like drinking beer. Lovely, lovely beer. Beer, beer, beer. I'm going for a beer. Beer, beer, beer.
All right, Josh, it's the beer review, something we always do every episode. What are we drinking this episode?
This episode, appropriately, we are drinking Shorts Brew Prolonged Enjoyment.
Yes, Prolonged Enjoyment. Let's describe the bottle. That's kind of something we've been doing. It's another brown bottle, of course.
Of course. There's looks like a homage to the Evolution artwork that you see, where you see a monkey on the left and it kind of slowly evolves into a man.
Yes, holding the beer glass in each step of the evolutionary chain.
Kind of a side note here, real quick. There is really a lot of evidence and talk in the scientific community of alcohol playing a huge role in our evolution.
Yeah, I could see that. That's probably what got all the cavemen laid.
Probably. That and the whole ability to keep people alive. That probably played a lot.
Well, I've also heard, too, that, grapes, when they fall off a tree, they naturally ferment on the ground. So, if an early human walks up and eats a fermented grape, they're going to go, ooh, that's giving me some kind of effect I like.
Well, I mean, that one fermented grape better be pretty potent for the drunk to kick it.
Well, I'm sure they ate a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? And then they eventually got the desired drunk effect.
I mean, you're probably right, but I want it to be more romantic than that. I want, aliens to come down and build a pyramid with a, 12-pack of Guinness at the top.
Well, unfortunately, this beer, we know how it got its name. It's only 3.5% alcohol.
Oh, man. Piss water.
Yeah, very low for something that we normally drink on this show.
Well,
3.5, that's lower than, Miller Lite.
I'm telling you, I have more alcohol in my morning coffee.
Yeah, I know, right? I have more alcohol when I accidentally drink some Listerine when I'm gargling at night.
Don't lie, it's not an accident.
Well, younger days. But prolonged enjoyment. Let's see. This is what they say about it. It is a unquestionable, quaffable. What's quaffable mean?
I don't know, dude. You better Google that one. And be careful what link you click, because there's a certain word in there that sounds like another word.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, here we go. Unquestionably quaffable for those long days needed to remain upright and refreshed at the same time. Shorts prolonged enjoyment. Prolonged enjoyment has a huge earthy hop fragrance of green grass, pine, and citrus fruit. The sweet malty flavors are met quickly by zesty American hop characteristics. This India Pale Ale has a light body but is packed with extraordinary bitterness. Bitter qualities linger briefly before the mildly dry finish takes over.
Let me tell you what, Brian. This beer reminds me of something that you would drink at a work holiday party. It gives you the feeling that you're getting drunk. You get a slight buzz.
Right.
But you have to drink a lot of them. And you don't, I don't know if it kind of tastes weird.
It does. It tastes like it might be a heavy beer. It doesn't taste light. It doesn't taste like a light beer. But, okay, so I'm very picky about my pale ales. We've had a few of them on the show. One of them that we famously ripped apart was Professor IPA from Crankers. That was our first double thumbs down.
That was horrible. Yeah,
and it's because the pale ales, they do, and it says right there in the description, a hop fragrance of green grass.
That's horrible. It's like cow beer.
I mean, it does smell kind of good in the summertime when you just cut the grass, but I've never thought, I'd like to drink that smell.
Oh, I don't know, man. Evolution. You got to try a bunch of shit before you find what works.
That's very true. I am a fan of Shorts Brewery. There are other beers that I've had before.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this indie spin-off beer that they're doing here. This is not good.
Yeah, and I'm kind of upset with you because you said we should do this prolonged enjoyment. I'm guessing the picture kind of caught your attention.
I like monkeys, so what?
Yeah, so Josh tells me, hey, we're going to do, prolonged enjoyment from Shorts Brewery. I said, okay. So I go to the beer store to find it, hoping I can just get, at the most a 6-pack, hoping maybe I can just get one or two of the individual mix and match beers.
Not going to happen, my friend.
Did not happen. I'm looking around forever. Finally, the store clerk asked, hey, can I help you? And I don't usually like getting help at stores, but I said, yes, I'm looking for the specific beer, Prolonged Enjoyment by Shorts. And he looked at me, he shakes his head, and he says, that only comes in the 12-pack.
Wait, he shook his head?
A little bit, yeah. He gave me a little hipster head shake, like, nah, you fool. And I said, well, that's what I need, so I'll buy it. So you've made me buy 12 of these, which I'll probably finish tonight with how light this is.
Well, I recommend finishing them tonight. And if you only have one or two left over, just pour them out, because they're not going to do anything for you.
That's very true. So let's get to the final rating. Josh, thumbs up or thumbs down for Prolonged Enjoyment?
This is a thumbs down right into the bottle.
Ouch.
Yeah, I prefer a real beer, a Doug Stanhope style beer, where you just drink 10,000 proof beers. This is basically like water in a bottle to me.
Yeah, thumbs down for me too. It's not the worst beer that we've drank so far on the show. That still goes to the Professor IPA. But definitely a thumbs down. So that is 2 thumbs down for Shorts Brew Prolonged Enjoyment. Don't be fooled by the cool picture.
Shorts, get it together.
All right, stay with us. War on Christmas coming next.
Hey, huh?
Beer, beer, beer. I'm gonna drink some beer. I like drinking beer. Lovely, lovely beer. Beer, beer, beer. I'm going for a beer.